Hello everyone. Today we're going to learn how to connect Pirkei avot to daily halacha. We're using Yalkut Yosef, Pirkei avot, and the commentaries of Tur and Bet Yosef. Yehuda ben Tema omer, Have az kanamer v'kal kanesher v'ratz katzevi v'gibur kari la'asot retzon avicha shebashamayim. So he's saying, he's bringing four characteristic traits in dealing with the service of mitzvot and to serve Hashem. First, he talks about a leopard. He says you have to be brazen faced like a leopard, like as they say in Yiddish, like you have to have chutzpah when you want to serve Hashem. The second one is light as an eagle. The third one is to be fast like a deer, and the fourth one is to be mighty like a lion. Now we're going to go into each and every one of them and see how we can use it in serving Hashem. The first one, fierce like a leopard. As I use the word fierce, impudent, meaning to have an attitude. The commentary of Rabbi Ovadia Bartanura says that it's speaking of a type of leopard that is a hybrid. It's not a pure leopard. And this type of leopard it doesn't look like the other leopards, but still he doesn't care. He shows his face and he's not embarrassed to be around them. So too, as the Tur says, when a person wants to do a mitzvah, a lot of times he's discouraged to do it. Why? People make fun of him, people laugh at him, or like you see someone who's wearing a kippah and he's like in America or something and they're like, why are you wearing a kippah? Or you became religious. Or they see someone putting on tefillin, or he makes a beracha. All of these cases, a person has to have this attitude that's like a rude attitude. That's what az means. He has to do it anyway. There's another commentary, Bet Yosef, who says that don't think that you should go in there and be like, yeah, I'm putting on tefillin. So what? I'm putting on kippah. Why are you wearing a kippah? It doesn't mean to have an attitude with people. It means in your mind you have to have an attitude, not verbally. Don't make fun of people who are making fun of you when you want to do a mitzvah. By you just doing it and not being shy, then you're first of all you're doing Kiddush Hashem, you're sanctifying God's name, because you're not going to let any person make you stop from doing a mitzvah. See to do. Next one. Swift like a deer. That means you should run after light and heavy mitzvot with the same speed. Some people think tefillin is very high, and another mitzvah, like making a sukkah, might not be so high. So their enthusiasm to do the mitzvah might not be the same. But really, we don't know which mitzvah is higher than the other one. God didn't tell us like you get this many points for one mitzvah and not for another. So that's why you have to treat them equally and you have to run after them at the same pace. Next one, Gibur Ka'ari. Mighty like a lion. For a person, this is talking about now a physical attitude. When a person is about to do a sin, he should make himself think of how a lion acts and be strong and fight it off. Let's say he's about to eat unkosher food, he gets all his energy, he gets himself together, he walks out the room. That's called Gibur Kari. Now I have a question. Isn't that the same? A lion has an attitude. He's not afraid of anybody. He's not shy, which is the opposite of being impudent, like a leopard. A leopard also has that. So what is the difference between a leopard and a lion? They're both doing the same exact thing. So it says here in Yalkut Yosef that they're both not afraid of people, but the difference of them is the following. The following is like this. As I said, a leopard is an attitude of not being afraid of Hashem. The lion physically shows that he's not afraid of Hashem. So that's why, even though they both have an attitude, the leopard doesn't show it. Meaning that, as I said, if someone sees you putting on a kippah, don't be afraid to walk in front of them and wear it. But afterwards, don't say, yeah, I'm wearing kippah, you're not. Next one. Light like an eagle. Kal kanesher. An eagle, says the Torah, when he jumps off a mountain, puts out his wings, he does it very, very lightly. So too, when we see something evil, we have to move our eyes away immediately, the same way. Because the way a person sins is first he sees the sin, then his heart wants it, and then he does it. So in order to prevent all that, the second you see something that's bad, turn your eyes away from it. That could mean woman, that can mean something that's forbidden to you, anything. Also, the biggest revenge on something you cannot have is to ignore it as if it doesn't exist. And Tur writes that he explains how the Yetzer Hara thinks. In the winter time, the Yetzer Hara tells you, it's cold outside. How can you get up? How can you get up in the morning when it's so cold? Wait wait a little bit.
You want water?
No. Wait a little bit, because usually 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, the sun comes out more. And then get up. So you end up staying in bed 10 in the morning, 11 in the morning, because you get tricked. It's cozy under the bed. You have your blanket, you have the heater on. And then in the summer, it says something else. How can you get out of your bed? You haven't been content with your sleep. When it's summer, you're sweating, it's hot. You sometimes wake up in the middle of the night a few times. So the Yetzer Hara tells you a different way. He says, how are you going to get up from your bed? You didn't get enough satisfaction from sleeping. Stay in bed a little bit more. And then go. So, the commentator Bach asks a question. He says, why is the Yetzer Hara using different words for summer and the winter? For the summer, it says how you get up in the morning. For the winter, it says how you're going to get out of your bed. So he answers the following. He says, it seems that the word winter is used for bed because if you're cold, you won't be able to concentrate. He's going to try to trick. He's like, if it's cold, you're not going to concentrate on your praying. You're going to be freezing. So he says, stay in bed, wait a few hours, and it's going to get more hot, and then go. But if you would have said the same thing for the summer, then what would have been the problem? It wouldn't have worked, because the more it gets hot during the day, the more the day goes by, it gets hotter. So he can't tell you the same argument. So he says something else. He wants you to listen to it. So he says, no, how are you? You didn't sleep well. Stay in the bed a little bit more, and when you wake up, you'll have more. Your mind will be stronger. You'll be able to concentrate. So everyone understood the differences in that?
Yes.
So from this we see the different sides of the evil inclination. He knows exactly what word to tell you to trick you. So when you have that in mind in the morning, you won't let it get to you. You'll be like, no, I'm getting up. Now, here's another trick the Yetzer Hara does. Sometimes a person had a late nighter. He slept only a few hours, now he wakes up, it's time to pray. So what does he say? I only slept 2 hours, 3 hours. I'm not going to have any concentration in praying. So Yalkut Yosef writes, don't be fooled for it. A person who slept 2 or 3 hours will still have enough energy, will have enough concentration in his prayers. Just what's going to happen is you're going to get tired during the day, so you can take a nap in the afternoon. But don't let that get in the way of your morning prayers. And when all of this that we're talking about, the ideal time to wake up for the prayers is when before dawn, alot hashachar. Not yeah. Netz is a sunrise. It's an hour afterwards. You should get up before the day. That's what David HaMelech did. He used
should prepare for an hour.
Huh?
You should prepare for an hour before Shakarit.
You should what?
Prepare for an hour before Shakarit.
For the what?
Prepare for an hour. Like, to get into the service.
Hour, yes. Well, that's what it is. When you wake up for Alot HaShachar and you start doing the prayers, korbanot, all that stuff, already a good hour is gone by. And then when you go into the Amidah, because that's the main prayer, you've already had enough time to prepare yourself. Also, look at the last page. It says, in the middle of it, and if you can find it, it says that, one second guys. It says on the last page, it says, so much the more so had he wakened prior to the morning light to rise and offer prayers before his Creator. How great his beauty and how good. And it is good that one begins early, should aim for the hours when the guard shifts change, which are at the third of the night, and at the end of the 2/3 of the night, and at the end of the night. For at these times does the Holy One, blessed be He, recall the destruction of the Bet HaMikdash and the dispersion of Israel among the nations. And the prayer which a person offers at that hour for destruction and dispersion is propitious and close to acceptance. His supplication shall fall before God, whether drawn out or cut short. It is only that he should orient his heart toward heaven in supplications. For better a little with intention than increasing them without intention. There's two things he's talking about here. A lot of people, they sleep early, they wake up for Chatzot, and they pray Tikkun Chatzot. Tikkun Chatzot is Tehillim that we say regarding the destruction of the Bet HaMikdash. Why is this so important? Because life used to be much easier when there was a Bet HaMikdash. Person did a sin, brought a korban, brought a sacrifice, everything, he fixed his... Now we don't even know what our accounting is with Hashem. So, the world was a better place than the Bet HaMikdash. Secondly, he's saying that when you wake up early and you pray to Hashem, your prayers are going to be accepted more. That's why a lot of people, they try their best to pray nets. So we saw here, first of all, again, summary. If you sleep 2 to 3 hours by chance, not on a regular basis, something had happened, you should still go and pray and don't let it trick you. Go pray on time. Latest a person should go to prayer is 8:30 in the morning. Person who's going 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock to pray shacharit, it's God doesn't like that. Even though this only for cases where a person had no choice or he's sick or something like that. But we should always, the way you treat Hashem, Hashem is going to treat you. We get to the next idea is about how many hours a person should sleep. So there's an argument about this. Rambam writes a person should sleep 8 hours. He should sleep enough time so that when he wakes up, it's right before the morning. And then that's the whole schedule. You have 8 hours of sleep, 8 or 9 hours of learning Torah, and then you have a few hours of work, and the rest of the time, eat lunch, dinner, all that thing takes time. Spend time with your family. So that's the ideal way. We see other poskim that say also 6 to 8 hours is enough sleep. And this was written, these are written hundreds of years ago. Today, doctors even say 6 to 8 hours is enough. Now, if you sleep more than 8 hours, you're damaging your body. How do we know? I'll give you an example. If you have a cell phone that's charged 100% and you leave it in the plug, it damages the battery because it's already had its full charging. Same thing with the body, is the same exact thing. So we have to 8 hours. That's it. Each person also has a different temperament. Some people can handle more, need more sleep. Some people need less sleep.